Can business save the earth? Let's start by talking about the purchasing power of the US dollar. If you're 30 years old, you've already gone through 3 major financial crises, which means you've lost money 3 times just because of inflation and devaluation. This is the reality, no matter where you live. It affects all the world's economies, even the strongest ones. Even the US dollar, one of the strongest coins worldwide, has undergone major fluctuations, and all negative, throughout history. We are subject to financial crises, which occur more and more often and are increasingly serious. From 1910 until the present day, the purchasing power of the US dollar has constantly dropped, culminating with the crisis that happened in 2008. Even now, due to the pandemic, another financial crisis occurred, faster than we thought. In fact, in 2020 alone, around 20% of the US dollars in money supply, that would be $3.4 trillion, were created out of thin air. This is why such crises appear, because governments print more and more money, an action that sooner or later leads to hyperinflation, which is accelerated major-rated inflation that erodes the value of the coin and makes people lose their wealth overnight. And that's why no one is escaping the loop. Since the introduction of the fractional monetary system, no one is safe. They add more and more debt to the global debt by creating IOYs, making up a bubble that sooner or later is going to explode. This is why we can't financially protect ourselves, because the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. None of us stands a chance in front of these changes, because the world's economy is in the hands of people who make decisions in our stead, even while we're asleep. A handful of entities control all the money in the world, and we can't do much about it. Just watch how we lose what we've saved so far. Moreover, if you think that saving your whole life for the next generations to ensure a better future for them is what will save you, just look at what happened in the world. Thanks to hyperinflation, even major economies such as Germany, the USSR, China, France, and the US have been affected because the system is built in such a way that from generation to generation, money loses its value. It is no coincidence that hyperinflation happens in a cyclical rhythm. Are you feeling safe now? Even though they print more money, you don't get any of it. And the more money they bring into existence, the more debt they create for you to pay. Why? Because the money flows only in one direction, from the poor to the rich. And all the money they create is actually YOT, because you owe them. You pay for them to have more and more money every day. And what do you get in return? Inflation, devaluation, decreasing purchasing power of the little money you own. Now, money is already digital. You just have to change your mindset. What is more, from all the money on the market at the present moment, only 8% of it is cash. The rest is in digital form. You've been using digital money all along. You just haven't noticed. And let's be honest, all the money is already digital. The thing is, you have no traceability of the currency in your pocket. If you have $10, you can't see it, track it, or identify it. On the other hand, in the crypto world, you can trace it. Every fraction has an identification code in the blockchain, and you can see the entire history of its past ownership. The only way out is to change your mindset. As Robert Kiyosaki said, every person's goal should be to make money work for them, not the other way around. It doesn't matter in which quadrant you find yourself at the moment, be it employee, self-employed, business owner, you should build yourself an escape plan. And now that is finally available, thanks to our process of facilitating access to information. That means you can read, see, and hear much faster about good and strong ideas that can change the world, or at least have a positive impact on it. Let's say you decide to take this step. The thing is, it is very hard to research and know where and how you can make your money work. There are some options out there, but every single one of them is based on the current markets, and all of them are still centralized, regulated to their advantage, and they are meant to eat the small fish in the market. Things that have been proven both in the past and now. So what are your options? Let's take a deeper look. There are several resources you can access, right? Such as currency trading, stocks, and day trading. If you choose one of these 3, the major benefits are the following. An easy buy and sell process, hundreds of brokers to choose from, the possibility of choosing daily payments, non-stop availability, and the possibility to earn from investing in companies which will increase their value, and therefore your outcome will also increase. Now, the downsides of these are the possibility of losing money because of the high volatility, the fact that brokers bet against you, The market that is susceptible to influence because of the high volume of transactions, the lack of transparency, the slow processes, few experienced brokers that can be contracted, and the market being an emotional roller coaster, and especially the fact that the market can be manipulated. On the other hand, choosing to invest in natural resources brings another set of advantages to the table. Silver investments represent a store of value. They allow you to diversify your portfolio and offer better protection against inflation. Now, the downside of adding silver to your assets is the lack of liquidity. The fact that it is difficult to manage and also needs special conditions to be deposited. In addition, it has speculative value. Adding oil to your portfolio comes with high profit margins, steady dividends, tax advantages, sure, and offers diversity to your portfolio. But at the same time, the prices are very volatile, and they imply a high-risk exploration, and it is difficult to manage. They are only future ideas, and moreover, all these resources, although available to be exploited, and also having the quality of being valuable, are almost impossible to access for average people. They are only future ideas, and moreover, all the transactions are made through brokers who, as we know, bid against you. Besides, the markets are manipulated, with a long history of such events. JP Morgan manipulated the silver market between 2008 and 2016, and was proven guilty. The oil market was proven to be manipulated back in 2013, when several companies were conspiring to manipulate spot prices. Another market that has been manipulated, even when it comes to gold, through pump and dump schemes. This is a form of fraud, where a stock price is artificially inflated for personal gain by distributing positive information that is either false or misleading. In addition to all the manipulation that can be done on these markets, comes the fact that you need special knowledge to understand how the market works. And this is why you need a broker to make any transactions. Therefore, you end up running in circles because trying to get out of the system by investing in these markets gets you to the same centralized, easily manipulated system, and one that still lacks transparency. So what is the go-to option? And where do we get it from? Gold is an evergreen valuable asset, has high liquidity, and is a portfolio diversification opportunity. The downside of investing in this asset is the fact that it needs special conditions to be deposited. It is subject to many regulations and special conditions, has speculative value, and is also difficult to manage. But we have the solution. Meet Qommodity. Considering all of these, the solution we offer is giving normal people access to resources we could access through our infrastructure, resources which they could not benefit from before. We chose to use blockchain technology to facilitate access to them because it is totally traceable, decentralized, and based on a smart contract, which is unique and allows us to digitize natural resources. Our solution, Qommodity, is based on gold, the crisis commodity, an evergreen, valuable asset that is not affected by inflation, and this is why it is considered a go-to asset in any circumstances. Qommodity token is backed up by 0.06 grams of gold, whereby the value of the token of 0.91 euro was created when the smart contract was activated on the Ethereum blockchain. For technical data and more details, go to Qommodity.io. More Global, a company that offers various audits with its offices in over 150 countries, founded in 1907, and having more than 30,000 employees, reckon a value of 900,000 Troy Oz of gold. We digitized these assets and created this token for a brighter future for yourself and the next generations. What opportunities do I have to participate in the Qommodity project? Participation in the Qommodity project is used exclusively for the realization of the JORC certification. The individual steps are described in the following paragraphs. Participation is only possible via the Swiss Block Cooperative. Registration and onboarding on the software solutions of Qommodity.io automatically creates a free membership in the cooperative. Under certain conditions, an active membership with voting rights can be applied. As part of the project participation, the member receives the QOMG token as a security. Each QOMG token, as a digital store of value, is currently deposited with 0.06 grams investment gold. The associated smart contract can be viewed on the Ethereum blockchain. The technical data can be found on the homepage Qommodity.io under Technology. Within the scope of this project participation, a bonus in form of QOMG token is transferred daily in the personal QOMG wallet for a maximum period of 18 months. This daily bonus does not necessarily have to be claimed. It is possible to transfer QOMG tokens externally to a cold storage solution such as Ledger, or other suitable storage solutions at any time. After 18 months, only the project participation commodity offers the option to request the equivalent amount of physical gold from the manufacturer Tandem Liber Holdings. Delivery will take place worldwide within a maximum of 6 months after request. Additional information can be found in commodity terms and conditions. Get your commodity tokens now. What does the JORC 2012 NI 43-101 mean, and what are the key benefits? Tandem Liber Holdings BVI signed in June 2021 a long-term contract with GG4 Sierra Leone for the independent evaluation of all concessions according to JORC certification NI 43-101. The content of the contract is the confirmation and updating for the natural resources located directly or indirectly in Sierra Leone through the companies Tandem Liber Holdings Ltd BVI, Tandem Liber Holdings Ltd SL, or Gold and Natural Resources Ltd are held in ownership. A JORC assignment NI 43-101 is being issued to determine the neutral, undisputed value of natural resources. The objective of such an order is to provide a clear and indispensable conclusion on the value of all natural resources held by Tandem Liber Holdings. Through them, concessions and the prospecting SSML licenses, which are mining licenses, in Sierra Leone, as of June 6, 2021, are fully marketable. The final resulting report will be prepared in accordance with the Australian 2012 Code of Reporting of Exploration Results, Mineral Resources and Ore Reserves, JORC Code, or, in simple terms, a professional code of practice that sets out minimum standards for the public reporting of mineral exploration results, mineral resources, and ore reserves. Get your commodity tokens now! Further information on the topics can be found in the detailed podcast with all explanations of the commodity project, and on the home pages swissblockgeno.ch, commodity.io, and tandemliber.com.